Okay, guys, so today I'm going to start a new series of videos where we're going to build an arcade from scratch using RetroPie. This is going to be an arcade panel or bar top, whatever you want to choose, but we're going to go step by step and go through the whole process. I'm going to build a 2-player arcade panel, and I will put links in the description on where to get one or to get a kit from multiple places that I know sell quality kits. Or you could always just cut out your own and do it that way. I've typically built my own. On occasion, people have asked me to put together a kit that they've gotten or to order them a kit and put everything together, so I've done that. But this build, I'm going to use a 2-player arcade kit that you just plug into your TV, so it's not a bar top, but it's going to be the same idea, and I'll give links to where you can get a good bar top, everything that you're going to need. So like I said, in this video, this is going to be part one. Part one, I'm just going to go over everything that you're going to need to acquire, and then future parts that I'm going to work on. We will be building RetroPie from scratch and doing a tracked mode and going through all that. So we're going to go from scratch, getting a complete arcade bar top or panel, 2 players put together. So let me dive up close on some of the items you're going to need and the items that I'm specifically going to use throughout these videos. Okay, to get this project started, these are going to be the items we need to purchase. First, you're going to need a Raspberry Pi 3 kit. This Cana kit, I believe, comes out to $41. This does not come with a case. I don't think it's necessary to have a case when you're building a bar top or a panel, so I just bypass buying cases when I do these. I have a ton of Pi kits for multiple projects that I'm working on, and they're all going to be the same build. But next thing you're going to need is going to be your SanDisk micro SD card. 128 gigabytes is what I'm doing on this build. Since we are building it from scratch, you can use any card you want and just omit what you don't want to put on there. But these typically are about $40 for 128, and these are pretty good. I prefer either this or the Samsung Evo Plus or Select, but I've been having really good luck with these guys, so I've just been buying the SanDisks. I have quite a few of them lying around. But the next thing you're going to need that's important is going to be your zero delay encoders. I have one right here. You are going to need 2 zero delay encoders, and I will link to the 2-pack on these. Typically you get 2 of them. You get 2 USB cables with that, and then you typically get enough cables to wire everything. We are going to need, depending on the controllers you use, we may need the 5-pin harness for the Sanwa or Sanwa style that takes that, but there's also these other knockoffs that are like Sanwa, and they're just as good in my opinion, that are just pinned directly to the micro switches, which really, if you look at the two, they're pretty similar. With the 5-pin ones, it's just that each of the micro switches are soldered to a PCB board and they're all connected to a 5-pin, but it still uses micro switches pretty identical to this, just this is done a little differently than this. I'm using both of them for multiple projects, but for the sake of keeping it simple, it's not going to really matter either way. Like I said, you would need the 5-pin harness for this. This you don't. So probably stick with this guy to keep it simple. And it's cheaper too. And I'll link to both of them. So with that, then the other things you're gonna need, and I probably have a few hundred buttons in here, but I'm gonna use the HAP style buttons. Doesn't matter what color you use, obviously, but it is nice to have 1 and 2 player buttons when you are doing a build, an arcade bar top or panel. So it is nice to have that. So just to refresh real quick, we're gonna need Pi 3 kit, a couple 0 delay encoders that comes with our USB and our cables, so we don't have to worry about that. And we're gonna need a couple controllers, a couple sticks, Sanwa or anything similar to Sanwa. Then we're gonna need our buttons. We're gonna need a total of 20 buttons. So I would get a 1 and a 2 player button, and then 18 other buttons of whatever color you like. And then on top of that, the only other thing we're gonna need is gonna be an HDMI cable. A lot of people have HDMI cables lying around. I'm gonna be using these ones for multiple kits that I'm gonna be working on. These are off of Amazon. They're 6-foot cables. Each pack comes with 3. These cost about $6 each. Not bad. Then the only other major thing is gonna be the actual bar top kit or panel kit, and I will link in the description to those. So from there, what we're gonna start on, because when you order a bar top or an arcade panel, you're typically gonna be waiting a little while on shipping. All this stuff, if you're in the US, typically a couple days, you'll get this stuff off of Amazon, sometimes quicker. So that's about it. The next video, we will start doing our build on our SD card to get going on that, to get ready for when we have our kit and we install all our buttons, which I'm going to go over all that. We get our encoders set up, buttons, controls, all that wonderful stuff. So before we get there, we are going to be doing the memory card first. So next video, we will start doing a RetroPie build from scratch. So look for that video and catch you guys next time. Thank you.